Prego. Adesso l'abbiamo dipinto.
So Preform, is that you want me to say? Well, this is our little Northern Lights exhibition, and we have a Northern Lights exhibition because Alta is the place the Northern Lights research in the world started, in the sense that the first permanent observatory for Northern Lights research was founded here in 1912. And this observatory was founded in 1899, and the reason they chose Alta was partly because Alta has an exceptionally good climate for observing the Northern Lights. We have very little precipitation, and so a large part of the winter we have clear skies, and that is the main requirement for seeing the Northern Lights once you're in the Northern Lights zone, which is, Alta is right in the middle of the Northern Lights zone, the best area for observing the Northern Lights. But the Northern Lights Observatory here in Alta was founded partly also because of scientific tradition, because at the beginning of the 19th century, a French expedition, which came here under the protection of the French king Louis Philippe in 1838. They came here to study the Northern Lights, and they came here because after studying the regional climate, they decided that Alta was the best place to make a scientific study of this phenomenon. And they made very important research here in Alta, which is important for the world, and they did remarkably good observations, which scientists afterwards were not sure were correct, but in fact were almost 100% correct. This is, for example, they determined the height of the Northern Lights to about 115 kilometers above the surface of the Earth, the average height, and this is almost perfectly correct. And because their studies were so important, other expeditions also came here. But in the 1830s, when the French scientists were here, they of course didn't have cameras, photographic equipment, so they had to sit out in the very severe cold, and they complained about this because they had to draw the Northern Lights. So here on the original, we have a set of the original lithographs. They show the Northern Lights as it developed here in the center of Alta at 7 on a night in January in 1839, and then 7 and 7:30 and so forth. They drew a drawing, I think, every 10 minutes.